Okay, so this is essentially just for people coming from Twitter to discuss. It's for me to discuss a bit of my issues with Pikmin One on the GameCube, which is primarily for gaming hobbies review. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. But it was mainly to elaborate on some issues that I have with it. Even though I have this game near and dear to my heart, this is still my original copy that I asked for my birthday in 2010, I want to say. And yeah, I couldn't really get a lot of gameplay refreshing into myself because my only working GameCube controller crapped out on me. Um, it was one of those shitty GameStop controllers, and it had some issues. And then when I took it apart to kind of replace it, the analog trigger for the L button crapped out, and I couldn't repair it. So yeah, I can't play any GameCube games on my Wii anymore. But I will tell you that in the GameCube version of Pikmin 1, sorry, is that so with Olimar holding a Pikmin straight up. Actually, let me talk about the one thing that everyone will notice if you try out the GameCube version. So in the Wii version, Olimar's reticle where he throws Pikmin and moving Olimar are tied to do two different things in the Wii version. The reticle being the pointer and the analog stick being moving Olimar. In the GameCube version, the reticle and Olimar are tied to the control stick. So you have to both move Olimar and aim with the one analog stick. There was really no other way they could do it, seeing as the C stick had to be mapped to swarming Pikmin at the time. And yeah, it just didn't work out. Difference number 2, the second most notable difference is that not throwing, more like a. So the main feature of Pikmin is that whenever they're carrying something, you can usually tell which Pikmin type it'll go to because the majority of the color will get the rewards of the spoils no matter what. Now that sounds weird when I explain it, so let me give an example. So say you kill a dwarf Bulborb, right? And you have 3 Pikmin with you. 2 of them are reds and 1 of them is a yellow. Because the majority of Pikmin carrying it are reds, it will go to the reds. And if it's yellow, vice versa. And when this happens, it'll show you what color it'll go to in the Wii version. Like the majority are reds, you'll see a red colored number, and the majority are blues, you'll see a blue colored number. In the GameCube version, that wasn't a thing. In the GameCube version, I forget like the exact position, like I forget numerator, denominator, but like the top number will always be blue, and the bottom number will always be red, regardless of the type of Pikmin or the majority. I don't get why they did this, but yeah. And I think there's 2 more major differences between the two. One of them, which I recently found out, was the mechanic of swapping Pikmin while Olimar is holding one. In the Wii version, if you're holding a Pikmin and you have multiple types in your group, you can just press B to instantly switch out the Pikmin. That mechanic was not present in the GameCube version originally, which I didn't get to see because I couldn't play enough, but yeah. And the one mechanic, which I specifically remembered because it pissed me off to no degree, the worst thing they could ever do that I'm so glad they fixed. If a yellow Pikmin was carrying a bomb rock, if you threw them and then called them with your whistle, No matter what the situation is, it could be a straight up blank map with nothing on it but a yellow Pikmin and a bomb rock. If you threw the yellow Pikmin and then whistled it, they would immediately drop the bomb and the bomb would explode no matter the situation. Yeah, needless to say, I lost a lot of Pikmin from that. All because I was in the Force Naval and I was getting the bomb rocks to start my daily routine, and I whistled them unconsciously, and they dropped their bomb rocks, and I essentially wasted my time. And when I played the Wii version, I had to adjust to that. I had to adjust from slowly bumping into them in order to still have the yellows with the bomb rocks on my side without them exploding. It's just night and day. It's comparing diffusing a nuclear bomb to just having to poke it and it automatically diffuses itself. And I want to say that is all the differences that I can list. So and I think no, that's it. That's all I can say. So yeah, if Navi, if you're watching this, and if this helps with stuff of me getting some insight on what the GameCube version was like, then I'm happy. I'm happy that I was able to help out with this. And yeah.